Hi, this is Dubfire, and you're watching Clubbing TV.
We are the ADE, and I have the pleasure to be with Dubfire. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. So everybody is looking forward for your hybrid show tonight. How do you feel?
Scared. No, I mean, I'm really excited. We had a test show in Budapest, so that was the real test to see, because we had obviously done rehearsals and everything went well during rehearsals, but it's not until you go into a festival and work with the local production and have your people there working with them and play in front of a live audience that you are confident to know that everything works, that the show's a success, and to get the audience reaction was the most important thing for me, and the reaction was incredible. So yeah,
Looking forward to it. So what is it? It's about 3D, 2D. Explain.
yeah, it's like basically what I didn't want to do when I set out on this journey is and first we created all the music, so we took all my old music and basically reworked everything and created not like a DJ mix. The approach was always like this was going to be a live performance with some sort of a visual aspect to it. So once we had that done, and I found the company in Brooklyn, Volvox Labs, to collaborate with on the visuals. The only direction I gave them was I don't want to just throw images at the screen, onto the screen at the audience, just like they're used to these days with a lot of the EDM acts and other acts. I really want to create like a experience for people. So I want them to be absorbed by what they see, by the plot, by the characters. And so we set about creating like kind of like a movie, a 1 hour movie, and that's kind of like what it is. So it's a fully rendered 1 hour film that is perfectly sequenced with the music, and using crazy technology we're able to create like hopefully a really, really wild environment, a wild ride for the audience, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the reaction is.
You have been working on it for 2 years. Are you like a geek or something? Playing video games and...
No, I mean, it's 2 years on and off, so it's 2 years when you have time. Everybody knows how our schedules are these days. DJs are like always on tour. Yeah, I mean, there's no time off, so it was difficult to find the time, and there was a lot of sleepless nights. I spent a lot of time actually here in Amsterdam because my musical director at the time was living in Amsterdam. So in between tours, I was always here. Working with him, and I'd never done this sort of thing before. I obviously DJ'd. It's new territory for me, like performing live and performing, with a team. Having a big team behind me and directing the team, make sure everybody knows what they're doing. So it was new territory for me, and but I like challenges, so it was a challenge to see if we could do it. And if there's one thing about these kinds of challenges is that's most rewarding is like taking an idea that you have that's in your head and like staying the course and seeing it through and having it executed and having it fully realized, and that's the most gratifying thing in the world. When we did the show in Budapest, afterwards I feel like I gave birth, so it was great.
Tell it to the mother.
Yeah.
Okay, so I heard that Deep Dish is back. You're coming back to UK after 6 years.
Yeah, after 6 to 8 years or something. Yeah, and the thing with Deep Dish is like the last 2 years were very difficult years. We felt like before we even broke up, we felt like for those 2 years that we reached the end of our creative cycle, and we wanted to pursue a different path individually, and we did that. And we kind of proved not only to the industry but to ourselves and to each other that we are two completely distinct identities and maybe coming back together after all this time has passed, there could be like a new reason, a new creative reason to continue Deep Dish. And the other thing is we just kind of walked away from it without so much as a statement or anything in the press. So we wanted to finish the story the right way. But more than anything, we think that there's untapped new creativity that we can explore.
Have you heard about what people say about your picture with Paris Hilton? Would you do it again?
Yeah, I mean, look, and that's the weird thing with bloggers or internet trollers or whatever like that. Like, just because you don't agree with somebody musically or for other reasons doesn't mean you can't be in the same photo with them or friends with them or whatever. I have a lot of friends, and I'm friends with David Guetta, I'm friends with Steve Angelo. I mean, we don't share a lot in common musically, but we can sit down and talk about other things like food or politics or whatever, and then still have great conversation and great chemistry. So the thing with Paris Hilton, and it all started with the Ice Bucket Challenge thing, and that was something that, you know, Sonny Skrillex, who's also a friend of mine, like, he was thinking about it all week in Ibiza, and I was staying with Richie Houghton that week, and Richie and I were thinking about doing it. So then we happened to have dinner the same night that Paris Hilton was playing Amnesia. So we're really drunk, we're like, you know, we should really do this. And then somebody's like, hey, we should all go to, you know, see Paris Hilton, like jokingly at Amnesia, and we're all like light bulbs, like, went off at the same time. We all look at each other, we're like, let's get Paris Hilton to dump ice for the Ice Bucket Challenge on us. That would be amazing. And it would, more than anything, it would increase the awareness for the disease. Because if me and Richie and like Magda did it, or me and Richie and some Loco Dice or something, another underground artist, or Skrillex did it with like his people, it wouldn't have the same impact. But the fact that we were like four, you know, unique individuals. I mean, Richie and I kind of are in the same genre, but like Paris Hilton, Skrillex, Richie Houghton, and I, for a lot of people, that was like a what the fuck moment, like a shock moment. So that's why we did it. Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.